came on pretty strong, isn't it? But are you wasting your life? What does that mean? I don't mean to be judgmental or condescending like a parent scolding a kid, you did this, you did that. I didn't mean any of that. I simply mean, have you done or is doing what you're meant to do in life? Ponder that. People tend to avoid the difficult questions in life and choose the easy way out, right? Why spend time thinking about my life when it's more fun to be turning on the Netflix and be entertained by someone else's drama? It's not you, it's just the way our brain is programmed. So in this episode, I want to ask you the hard question. Are you wasting your life? Because most of us don't think that way, right? We all operate within the context of our life. When we think about wasting things, we think about things that's outside of ourselves. We could say we waste food, we waste time, we waste stuff, but we never think about what's in me. Am I wasting? So then, am I wasting me? Am I wasting my life? So that's what I want to talk about. And again, the question is, are you wasting your life? So first thing first, let's ask yourself, what are you here for? Do you even know what you're supposed to do? Before you pass, before you cross over, before you die, whatever you believe in. And if you don't know what you're supposed to do and you haven't discovered that, then are you wasting your life? You are here for a reason, right? You have to get your mind around that because it's important. Well, really, you don't have to do anything, but it would serve you well to get your mind around it. You are here for a reason. You are here for a reason on this planet. And the question is, what is the most important thing that you have to do while you're here in this planet? Stay with me for a moment, right? Is the most important thing that you have to do is to get your bachelor degree, or maybe get a new car, become a lawyer, doctor, businesswoman, or even to get married? Maybe one of the most important things while you're on this planet is to make sure you buy a house, or that you go to the gym every day and get a flat stomach. Seriously, how come you're here? While you're on this planet, is it to work your life away for a paycheck? Just stay with me here because your mind is going, but I have to pay bills, right? I have responsibilities, blah, 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 blah. But I'll ask you again, is the most important thing that you have to do while you're still alive on this planet is to work your life away for a paycheck? I know a lot of you are probably saying, hell no, that's not the most important thing. But then the question that comes after that is that how come so many people spend their life slaving it away for the false illusion of security, for the false illusion of security given to them by a paycheck? And most people want their security. And what they're really saying is that they want the security more than they want to live. It's a false level of security, more than what they want to discover and live for the reason they're in the planet. And where they're investing their time and their energy is to have that false sense of security. You. And wherever you are in the world right now, right? You could be jogging, you could be watching this at home, in your office, on the way on the bus home. It doesn't matter wherever you are on the planet, on this earth. The fact that you are here for a reason. Now, many people will say, yes, Michelle, I know it makes sense, but I don't know. I don't really know why I'm on the planet. And they will also say that, I don't know, but I just can't figure it out. And that applies to a lot of people. They will say, I can't figure it out. And then many more will say, yes, I do know what drives me this these things lights me up. It's my art or my cooking or my singing, dancing, playing violin or cello, whatever that might be. But let me tell you all the excuses that I can't do that. And excuse number one for most people is I have bills to pay. So in effect, what they're saying is that working to live my life away is more important than living my purpose, which is the reason why you're here on this planet. And ponder that. Now, are you ready for the next part? If you don't love what you're doing, if you're not invested in it, right? What you're doing doesn't light you up, then you're wasting your life. You're flat out wasting your life because you're trading that bag of skin of yours that you walk in and all the energy and all your essence being for a freaking paycheck. And here's another hard-hitting question. Are you marking time until you die? I read that somewhere many years ago and it hit me really hard when I read it. It was life-changing for me. And I always knew that life is short because my mother died young, but I was always still procrastinating, waiting for things to happen, for life to miraculously turn around. What for? I had no idea. But inaction for me felt safer than taking action. So when I read that line, it snapped me into taking chances, taking things into my own hands, because I'm not marking time until I die. And the bigger context here is your life. But aren't you wasting your life with your activities and your thoughts and things that you do chasing that almighty money or paycheck to buy this dream home? I'll tell you this now, right? You do know what you love to do, no matter what that is, right? We all come to this life for different reasons. Not all of us came here to save the earth, save the species, right? No, but we came as part of a fabric. Let me give you a better example. A symphony. A symphony has all these instruments, right? It's not all cellos or drums, it's not all violins or trumpets, whatever the instruments are. A symphony has all kinds of instruments that make different sounds and they play different roles in the piece. And all of us are here on earth to play a different role, right? Whatever that role could be. It could even be things that I just mentioned earlier, a doctor, a lawyer, a hairstylist, or even a chef. Every one of us, when we do what we came here to do, whatever that is, we're leaving and we're not exchanging a life for a paycheck or a false illusion of security. So focus on writing your own life story, your way. Right? Remember that every moment counts, every second matters. This life or whatever that is given to us is a gift. So don't be so satisfied with the success stories of others and how things have gone for them that you forget to write your own. Unfold your own tale and bring it to life. You have everything you need to become what you're capable of becoming. And I 100% believe in that. Incredible change happens when you decide to take control. Choose your own path and live boldly. This means consuming less and creating more. This means refusing to let others do your thinking, talking, and deciding for you. It means learning to respect and use your own ideas and instincts to write your own passage. If you want your life story to soar to a new height, you got to clear a path, right? Reduce the time sink that's burden you down and pick up the things that gives you wings. Keep your best wishes and your biggest goal close to your heart and dedicate to them every single day. If you truly care about what you do and you work at it diligently, there's almost nothing you can't accomplish. Okay? I'm getting off my soapbox now. Now, if you're not doing what you're here to do, that means you're wasting your life. And really, what you're saying by not doing what you're here to do by wasting your life is because you're chasing a paycheck for the illusion of security. Is you're really saying that the reason you're here on earth is not important. Think about that. Let that soak in. And then I have another question for you. If it's not important, then how come you're here in the first place? How come you're reincarnated on the planet if you didn't have something to do? And some people will say, I get what you're saying, Michelle, but I really don't know. And the reality is, I think you do know. It's in your heart, because every time you hear that piece of music, or you think about starting that business or doing something, you start giving excuses as to why you can't do it. You do know what you want to do. You know what calls your heart, but you're afraid. You're afraid to listen, because when you're afraid, you lack motivation to really start taking action on something. And that goes back to the bigger question in this episode. Are you wasting your life because you're afraid? Now, in fairness, I've been there, right? You could say, well, I really don't know. And I could say that one of the things that I learned many years ago is to ask. Ask and you shall receive. I do have a free 3-day challenge to help you find your calling in life. And while yes, by day 3, you will know what you want to do in life, and if that's something to do with building a business, you can sign up for one of my programs. But that's not really the reason why I share this topic with you today. If business is indeed something that you want, that's the option right there. If it's not, it's all good. No hard feelings, right? My goal is to help people live fully. So there's no reason to say that, hey, I don't know what my life mission is, what my purpose is. So if you like to join the free Discover Your Calling Challenge, the link is in the show note. Okay, let's get back to the episode. Many people will say that, well, I kind of know what my purpose or my calling or dharma in life is. I kind of have an idea, but they'll then start to give me all these reasons why they can't do something. And one of the main reasons is they say, because I don't know about it enough, right? Or where it would lead me. People tend to want to all the answers laid out in front of them before they start their journey. And because they can't, or they can't see what's laid out in front of them, they never took that first step. And I'm going to just share with you from my own experience. When I decided to start my own blog from home to where I am today, I have no idea that it would turn out this way. And after coaching many women that has taken that leap, and I can confidently say that most of them ended up in better places. And you can see that most people who are of significance today didn't know where they would end up when they first started. And the thing is, we don't know. Your ability to grow to your highest potential is directly related to your willingness to act in the face of imperfection. You will come to succeed not by finding a perfect moment, but by learning to see and use life imperfections perfectly. When you commit, and you will live with purpose coming through you, and when you commit to living that purpose to make other people's life better, the better your life will be, whatever that may be. And even if it means you're a comedian, no judgment towards comedian, but I'm just saying that even your purpose isn't something as big as saving the world from hunger, as long as you're living your purpose and your purpose makes people laugh at jokes, your life will be better. And I promise it cannot not get better. because you can't help other people live a better life and not simultaneously create a better life for yourself. So what I'm trying to say to you right now is that you're not going to know the big picture when you start. You're not going to know what it would look like at the end. All that I know is that you've got to take that first step somewhere. Remember that thinking and doing are two different things. Success never comes to you when you're just sitting around thinking about it, right? You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Knowledge is basically useless without action. And good things don't come to those who wait. They come to those who work on meaningful goals. So ask yourself, what's really important? And then have the courage to build your answer or build your life around your answer. Identify what's most important to you. Prune the non-essential commitments. Eliminate as much as you can of everything else. No wasted time, no fluff, no regrets. And remember, if you wait until you're 100% ready to begin, you'll likely be waiting for the rest of your life. So challenge yourself to be who you know you're capable to be. Don't worry about how slowly you feel like you're heading towards your goal, or how many roadblocks that you find, how many detours that you're forced to take. As long as you keep doing your thing, you're still cruising far ahead of everyone else who's just too scared to even try. And if life only teaches you one thing, let it be that taking a passionate leap will always worth it. Even if you have no idea where you're going to learn yet, be brave to step up to the edge of unknown and listen to yourself. You're worth it. Now, I don't know how long you've watched or listened to the podcast. I really appreciate that you're here. And if you're finding value here, please share. Please share this episode with your friends, your family, and on social media. Because if you find value in here, and if it helped you in any way, then perhaps other people are going to find it helpful too. Okay? And if you can help them live a better life, then everyone wins. And so I thank you once again, and I hope to see you same place next time. Bye for now.